So this is the question given to minimize using simplex method. The objective function is z equals to 5x1 minus 4x2 plus 6x3 minus 8x4. We have 4 variables and 3 constraints which are of less than equals to relation. So first step is to find the equation form. So all the less than equals to will have a slack variable like s1, and if it was equal to sign then only one artificial variable, and if greater than equal to sign then we need to use the artificial variable method, and means artificial variable as well as the slack variable. Slack will be having negative sign. Okay, so these are all less than equals to type and we need to minimize. So the final equation form will be minimize z equals to 5x1 minus 4x2 plus 6x3 minus 8x4, plus we will have some variables, the slack variables, such that x1 plus 2x2 plus 2x3 plus 4x4 plus a slack variable is equals to 40, because this left hand side was less than 40. If we will add something more then it will be equal to 40. So that something is the slack variable s1. Similarly, for the other two equations or constraints we have, here we will add another slack variable, that is s2. The coefficient of s1 is 0 in this constraint, and similarly the third one. This is the third slack variable. So these all are now equal to type. What are the coefficients of this in the objective function? It is 0. That is any value of this does not affect the objective function, which we need to minimize. And the other constraints like this is x1 up to x4 are all greater than equals to 0, and s1 is to s3 are all greater than equals to 0. So this is the first step, is to write the equation form. These all should be equal to type. Now the second step is to make the simplex table. So simplex table has some columns, like column for the basic variable. The simplex method always starts from origin, that is all the variables that we have, the main original variables, they are initialized to 0. Means x1, x2, x3, x4 all are initialized to 0. And if we put this x1 up to x4 equals to 0 in all these equations, we will be left with s1 equals to 40, s2 equals to 8 and s3 equals to 10. So my basic variables are the ones which are not equal to 0, that is these three slack variables. Then CB means the coefficient of this basic variables in the respective objective function. So these are zeros. Then XB means their value, means S1 is equals to 40, S2 equals to 8 and then equals to 10. Means this is associated with this with this with this. Then we will write the variables x1, x2, x3, x4, s1, s2 and s3. So we will fill the coefficients from these constraints into this table, like here 1, 2, 2, 4, 1, 2, 2, 4, and then s1, s2, s3, these are value zeros, and since s1 is present we have here 1. Similarly for second we have 2 minus 1, 1, 2, then this is 1, these two 0, 4 minus 2, 1 minus 1, and then 0, 0, 1. Then next we need to write here Cj, that is the coefficient in the objective function. For x1 coefficient is 5, for x2 coefficient is -4, then 6, -8, these are zeros. Then I need to find del j. What is del j? Del j is Cb into variable xi minus respective Cj, means these all will be summed, like 0 into 1 plus 0 into 2 plus 0 into 4. The sum value is 0, and then minus with the respective, I was calculating for xi column, therefore I will subtract the coefficient of xi from the objective function, that is 5. 0 minus 5 is -5. Similarly, these all will sum to 0, then -4 minus -4, which will give me +4. Then here again everything to 0, -6 is -6. Here again everything is 0, minus -8 is +8. Then everything is 0 minus 0, 0, 0, 0. Now we can see these are the values of del j. For minimization problem, we need to find the value, means the optimality test is that all the values of del j should be less than or equal to 0 for minimization. For maximization, it should be greater than equal to 0. Now we can clearly see that for here all values are not greater than equal to 0. So which is the maximum, means highest among these two is 8. So this x4 variable will be my entering variable, entering into the basis, means this stage is known as basis, or x4 will be our next basic variable, that is it should be not equal to 0, where in this case it was equal to 0 in iteration 1. So this is my entering variable. If x4 is entering here and we have only 3 places fixed, so which one amongst S1, S2 and S3 will come out, or is the leaving variable? That will be known from the feasibility test or the minimum ratio. That is, xb will be divided by x4, because 8 was maximum positive, therefore x4 variable values will divide xb to know the minimum ratio, like 48, 10 divided by 4, 2, minus 1. We won't be considering denominator less than equals to 0, therefore this is rejected. Then this is 10 and this is 4. This is the minimum value, hence S2 will come out, or S2 is leaving variable. Instead of S2, X4 will enter the basis. Now the intersection of this column and this row is 2. So 2 is the pivot element. Now what is the use of this pivot element? From iteration 1, when we will write the second table for iteration 2, we need to follow some rules. That is the Gauss-Jordan row operations, so that I can make this pivot element as 1 and others as zeros in this column. So the Gauss-Jordan row operations starts like, first step is for the pivot row, means the row in which our pivot element resides. or the row of the leaving variable. For this row, what we need to do is, here it is R1, R2 and R3. So R2 will become R2 divided by the pivot element. This is 2 for the first iteration. So how to write? And then the second step is for the other rows. The other rows R1 and R3, what will happen to them? They will be, means something will be subtracted from those rows. And what is that something? The pivot row, the new pivot row that we have formed, that is R2, multiplied with the coefficient, respective coefficient in the pivot column. That is, for R1, pivot column coefficient is 4 because this was our pivot column. So here 4, and here for R3 it is -1. Okay, so we will write it, the basic variables. S1 will remain the same, S3 will remain the same, only instead of S2 we are writing X4. So it is S1, S3 and X4. Their respective coefficients are, for X4 it is -8, then XB, these all we need to find, X2, X3, X4, this is let S1, S2 and S3. Okay, so first step is to solve for R2. R2 will be R2 by pivot element, means this row divided by 2. 8 by 2 is 4, 2 by 2 1, this is -1 by 2, 1 by 2 1, 0, 1 by 2 0. Okay, 4, 2 by 2 1, -1 का -1 by 2, 1 का 2, 2 by 2 is 1, 0 by 2 is 0, 1 by 2 is 1 by 2, 0 by 2 is 0. Next, R1 minus 4 into R2. This R2 is whatever we have formed here, that is this thing. So 4 will be multiplied to this and subtracted from this row. Okay, so 4 4 16, 40 minus 16 is 24, then 4 will be subtracted from here, means -3, into 4 is -2, 2, 2 minus -2 is 2 plus 2 or 4, then 2 minus 2 is 0, then 4 minus 4 is 0, 1 minus 0 is 1, 0 minus 4 by 2 is -2, then 0 minus 0. Similarly for this, for R3 it is R3, previous R3, minus minus makes it plus R2, means this row plus this row. 10 4 14, 5, -2 minus this much is -5 by 2, then -1, sorry, for x3, 1 into this much is 3 by 2, not into, it is plus 1 plus 1 by 2 is this much, this is 0, 0, half, and then 0, sorry, 1 plus 0 is 1. Now again next step is to find del j, and the coefficients are same as here. So this is 0, leave it. Minus 8 minus 5 is minus 13. Then minus minus plus 8 by 2 means 4. Minus minus 4 is 8. Then this is minus 4. Minus 6 is 2. Sorry, minus 10. Minus 4 minus 6 is minus 10. Then it is 8. Minus 8 minus minus 8 is 0. Then this is all zeros. Minus 0 is 0. This is minus 4 minus 0 is minus 4. And then all zeros minus 0 is 0. Next, here all should be less than equals to 0 for minimization problem, but no, this one is not less than equals to 0. Therefore x2 will enter the basis, and who will leave is decided by the minimum ratio. Minimum ratio is 24, 4, 14 divided by the coefficients of this, that is 4. This is negative, this is negative. We do not consider the negatives and equal to 0. So rejected, and this is equals to 6. So this is the minimum, or S1 is the leaving variable. So again here instead of S1, who will enter? X2 is entering. X4 and S3 remains the same. Then X2 coefficient is minus 4. Then X4 coefficient is minus 8, and then this is 0, and the other we need to find. So my pivot element is 4, and my row operations are, for the pivot row, that is R1, it is R1 divided by pivot element, that is 4. Then for other, that is R2 and R3, something will be subtracted from them, which is equals to the product of the new R1 and the respective pivot column coefficient, that is minus half minus 5 by 2, minus 1 by 2 minus 5 by 2. So my row 1 will be, this thing divided by 4 is 6, minus 3 by 4, 1, 0, 0, 1 by 4 is 1 by 4, this is minus half, and then 0. So this minus minus equates to plus, this is also plus. So half of value of this will be added with row 2 and will be written here, that is half is 3, added to 4 is 7, half is minus 3 by 8, added to 1 is 5 by 8, half of 0, then 1 by 2, then 1, because 1 plus 0, then half of this is 1 by 8, then 1 by 4, and then 0. Similarly, these value plus 5 by 2 times of this value will give me 29, 25 by 8, 0, 3 by 2, this will be 0, 5 by 8, minus 3 by 4 and 1. Now I'll find the value of del j. Let me again write the coefficient. 5 minus 4, 6. 5 minus 4, 6 minus 8, 0, 0, 0. So here it is minus 4 minus minus 4, 0. Here it is minus 3, 5. Minus 5 is minus 7. Then for here it is 0. Minus 4 minus 6 is minus 10. Then here it is 0. Minus 8 minus minus 8 is 0. Here it is minus 1. Minus 1 minus 2 minus 0 is minus 2. And then this is minus 2 minus 2. Sorry, plus 2. Therefore it is 0. And then here it's all zeros. So here all values are less than or equals to 0. That is, optimality has been reached. Therefore here I need to find z. Z is equals to coefficient into its respective value. That is minus 4 into minus 3 by 4 plus minus 8 into 5 by 8, which gives me the value, its respective value. This is xb. This column is the resultant column. Therefore it means x2 equals to 6 and x4 equals to 7. Slack variables are considered by us, so if we don't take, then no problem, and therefore z equals to 4 into minus 4 into 6 is minus 24 plus minus 8 into 7 is minus 56. Therefore resultant is minus 80. This is the minimum value. So we have minimized it.